Now I feel some type of way. I was ready to get down too. Get down, leftover fish. Mister doesn't like the meaty part, so he eats all his fish and leaves that. I'm about to get down. I'm about to come get this love, red bone. Don't you feel right, baby? Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Now I just got the shell that I put in a. I was gonna make fish tacos, but I just want to eat now. Yeah, that's right. That's not the ones though that my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law stole a bunch of these for me. At the last brunch buffet we went to as a all together. This label came off, but y'all know what this is. People of color and half of the privileged people, y'all know what this is. I'm just gonna eat like a primitive. Look at that. Ooh, I piled it on, didn't I? Give me some more. I can't do that with Tabasco. Come on. Feds threatening to shut down marijuana festival cannabis cup in Las Vegas. Such a jerkin. I know, Gerald. I hate that little string thing. You saw that, right? I guess technically I'm still having a fish taco, right? With a lot of taco. I drank my protein shake. I need everybody in the world to drink more water. Let's all drink more water. They putting some shit in the water, but we still need to drink more water, all of us. Yeah, so I don't know if I'm going to let y'all hear a piece of the conversation that interrupted the mukbang, even though this is a fake-ass mukbang. This is like a munchies mukbang because I just be having the munchies. But at the same time, I'm not thirsty enough to fit in where I risk my health and try to cram all the food in. Although you can't tell from this bite I'm finna take right here. Meaty. Man, I'm so mad for y'all. This was gonna be such a great mukbang. But that news just messed me up. Ooh. Don't let it go to your head, no. Don't let it go to your head, no, 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 no. Don't let it go to your head, no, no, no. Let me roll. You know what's good about this? This makes me feel inclined to brush my teeth before I eat, as well as after. And who can't always use cleaner teeth? Woo! How do y'all do it? Yeah, so I was saying, this is kind of a fake mukbang because I'm doing a lot of stuff wrong. Well, real mukbangers would probably say I'm not doing it wrong, but people that jump on the bandwagon would think I'm doing it wrong. Well, I know I'm supposed to have a lot more food. So what kind of catfish taco is separated? So it's a catfish taco, but not. So it's a fish taco, but not. So what kind of fish taco is? Help me with that. I can't do it. Go ahead. See? I got no more room. And speaking of drinking more water, you know, as I got older, I noticed that even basic vitamins, like multivitamins, sometimes could get the best of my stomach if I took them on an empty stomach, right? But then the thing is, you take your multivitamins, and say you got one of those packs of vitamins instead of just a single pill. You take your multivitamins before you eat. Shit, you're not hungry. Because your stomach is full of little capsules. So, in a way, multivitamins, if you get the packs, they can be helpful for portion control. Accidentally. But still helpful. I bet this is not really a mukbang at all, is it? It's just me doing a regular vlog. But I'm just eating. I'm not going to have any kind of appetite for dinner. None. But yeah, as I was listening to Mr., I was just infuriated. Infuriated. I'll tell you why. They're going through some things that that large companies go through sometimes, and so they need people to, you know, step up to the plate. They need people to step up to the plate. People didn't sign up for this, but they're going through something, so now they're looking for the workers to step up. The thing is, they're trying to make it look like people have to work extra hours, come in early, leave late. But y'all know, this is why do you think I've had the freedom to write? As an actor, what kind of time do I have when I finally do get to be home with someone who actually loves me and not a fabricated relationship, not a Hollywood, or not even Hollywood no more, popular person, wanna be famous, because YouTubers do it all the time. These fake ass relationships y'all be falling for. Doing it for the tube, doing it for the gram. And then people are supposed to be all shocked and amazed when your shit don't pan out like you act like it was going to, because you was acting the whole time. Your motives was fuckery to begin with. But anyway, it's not about that. I'm just saying, because he is a workaholic, he very, very regularly, I'm talking about every day, worked late. Only like a week and a half ago did he start leaving on the time. And the reason why he started leaving on time is because they came up with some bullshit about people clocking out for lunch. He was like, you know, he don't even take lunches. And it's not just because he don't want to take lunch. It's because they look for him to pick up some dropped balls. They dropped the ball. And he goes and picks that shit up like a man, like a black man does. And he's been doing that for he's been doing it for more than 15 years. But at this one place for 15 years. So I've been shorted time with my husband every night. Not because, like a lot of people, like he knows some people at work that stay at work because they don't want to go home and be bothered with their wives. And so we kind of laugh about that. But he stays because he has work ethic. And he has pride in what he does. And he never likes to leave anything undone. Problem solver. That's who he is. I love it in him. And I hate it in him because it accommodates motherfuckers that don't deserve it sometimes. Same thing with the people. I told you the people that I love most are empath personalities. And so I get mad when a sociopath, what I call compassion pimps them. You know, take advantage of their feelings and their generosity and emotional, I want to call it enabling of other people's fuckery. But it's just love. So, and I love people. But if I see you don't love your motherfucking self, if I see that, then I can't expect you to have any, I'm retired from giving too many fucks to people who should have a conglomerate of their own fucks to give, particularly if it's going to affect their life. I just can't. I can't. I will back up and out in a minute. If I don't know you that well, if I haven't invested, I'm going through it with you. I'm going through the fire with you because that's what love is. But if you haven't earned my for real love and we just, you know, get to know each other, and I see you walk up on some fuckery, like ready for it, inviting that shit, I'm gonna come up missing on your monkey ass, because I don't know you like that. I'm like, oh, you one of those? Ooh, you not finna drag. I'm not finna watch your life. I'm not finna watch you get dragged by life because of the choices you make and be upset about it. My feelings ain't gonna be hurt because I see a nice person getting got. I ain't gonna be able to take it. I'm like, ooh, girl, Anyway. He's been working late for years. Years. Over a decade. I'll say over a decade. And now all of a sudden they need people to work late. So they're offering overtime. Overtime. Bitch. And so because we're black, we know the first thing they're going to be thinking is, well, black people going to love some overtime. So what Mr. did was, he been working late for 15 years now. So when they start offering overtime for people working late, because they did it for all the privileged people that are there, so that they can work late and get paid extra for it. When Mr. has been doing this for over a decade. Now they want to pay people for overtime, and they act like they're doing him a favor. And because they know black people like extra money, which it ain't extra, bitch. You paying for the work. Quality work, I might add. So we decided, well, I'm gonna start leaving on time then. Because I don't want them to feel like they helping me out for paying me for some shit I've been doing for 15 years. So I was like, cool. And he get to come home on time? Cool. So, for a couple of weeks now, because that's all that it's been. I only got to enjoy him coming home on time without them needing some shit. For 2 weeks, I've enjoyed it. So now, they come to him like they need a commitment for working late. Like, we need you to say that you can work late or come in early. They telling them workers that's been there for forever. They're now saying, like, basically, let us know what your new hours are, but whatever, they're going to be an extra coming in earlier than usual and staying later than usual because, you know, we need you here because of some shit we caught up in. Well, guess what, bitch? No, like, you want to make it look like you're doing me a favor when between me and y'all, ultimately, it looks like the black guy is getting paid more than the white guy. So we're going to arrange it so that the white guys can get paid just as much. The catch is the white guys can't do the work that the black guy can do. So if you consider that at all, a long time ago, he should have been getting paid more than the privileged people in comparison. They really think we're stupid. They think we're so inferior to them. And I'm not saying this to incite anger. I'm saying it to reiterate what exists right now, the mentality of privileged people and people of color, because we bought into it. Like, it's okay with us. Because, hey, we got a job. And I get it. But, no. I'm so furious. I just started pacing. He knew what I was doing when he was telling me how it went down. I wanted to get in, bitch, I wanted to get in the car and go to his job. But he's a grown-ass man, very much so. But I wanted to get in the car and go to his job and be like, what the fuck? What the fuck is really good? I'm all but telling him just to go somewhere else. Because they don't want to lose him. trust and believe. No man is indispensable, so don't think you can't never be replaced. Nobody. But there are some very useful motherfuckers in the workplace that you would really rather not run the company without. And he is that dude. You can best believe he is that dude, and he's always been that dude. I can't even... The way this is going down, man, it's just reiterating the mentality of the country and what America's real priorities have always been. Always. Always. That's why half the time I'm not here with the brand new conversation. Like, I'm not even ready to discuss any of the goings on as if it's a new type of thinking. It's not even necessarily intensified. Pay attention when people of color tell you that it's just out in the open now. It's not even until you're like, oh, it's more now than because of all the... No. It's exposed. That's literally the only difference. It's not more intense. It's more exposed. Anyway. Just ranting for my baby. Almost all of us know someone at the job. Maybe not almost all of us. I'm making assumptions because I've seen it at least twice. Where a black person was in a work environment that was chock full of privileged people. And they got a nice car. All of a sudden, white people start asking questions when they feel like you have nice things. Privileged people start asking questions when they feel like you have nice things. And whether they know it or not, a lot of times they're asking it because you have nicer things than they would anticipate that you would have. Well, why? Why wouldn't you anticipate that I would have things that nice? You can really ask yourself that, Becky. Why are you, and I know what you're saying. Oh, I'm not surprised. I was just curious where you got, where you got it, because why were you curious? Really think about, Becky, why you were curious. Because when you ask Marilyn, you know what, never mind. But I've seen dudes get a vehicle, the same kind of vehicle that his boss got. And it was a bunch of pats on the back and congratulations not congratulations because it wasn't a big deal. He just bought a car. That's just the car he chose to get. But all of a sudden people are like, oh, what kind of work do you do? Like, I've recently had a Becky come caping for me on Instagram. Like, she just did a marathon and just liked everything. I don't have a problem with that. She just did a marathon and liked everything. But this chick came ranting and raving about racists. I mean, with a militant furor. So I did what I do when privileged people show up on my page randomly and they address the particular issue of bigotry. The first thing I'll do is go to their page, and their page will be devout of color. It will be devout. Not only will it be devout of color, you are very, 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 very liable to see the American flag throughout multiple photos. If you have to ask the question of what does that imply, then you are likely Becky, and you are comfortable in your privilege, and that's okay. But the people who know what I'm talking about, white and black alike, know what repeated American flags represent, particularly if we're talking about somebody who is not actively in the military. And my parents raised me on some one love. I'm a preacher's kid. How about that? So I didn't even know about this. I knew there was a clear balance with us versus the system, clearly. Because if you're alive in the country, you have experiences at school and out in public, which incidentally is how I learned about nobody. In fact, this is the first time I'm having the conversation with anyone other than Mr. Where when you're a child, when you're a young black child, and you're in a certain neighborhood, and there are a lot of American flags in that neighborhood, with a few Confederate flags sprinkled in there, but a lot of American flags, and you might find a few Sambos in the yard. But y'all don't hear me, though. I just realized how contour works. I mean, I'm not a makeup artist, so I just realized how contour works. It makes a shadow to give the impression of whatever size nose you want. I get it. Oh, I don't get making your face up like a clown, but I get what the goal is. What the goal is to sculpt your facial structure like you want to. I kind of get it now. Now I'm kind of looking in this light. And going through life not knowing who to trust is difficult for anybody. I feel bad for y'all, son. I mean, I got 99 problems, But letting fuck boys and fuck girls in my life ain't one. I'm not here for it. I was just telling my mother, I was like, I'm kind of glad they raised me. I was like, the only thing I would have changed about my way they parented me was this one love stuff. I would like for them to have made me more aware of just how dangerous it can be to simply just to be brown in this world. But at the same time, I don't know if I would either, because then you don't know how, especially if you have a strong-willed, independent child, they could grab onto that and morph it into anger. And it would be really hard life to grow up with that kind of anger throughout your whole life. So I'm kind of glad. And plus, I was not very much of a follower, but I always, just like Mr., I want the end result to be what's fair for every human involved. So I would be outspoken, and without a family or a spouse to be worried about living for, I wouldn't be one to bite my tongue. I wouldn't be one to bite my tongue. I'm glad I wasn't here in the 70s. And it is a young people's fight. You gotta let the young people fight. And there's going to be bloodshed. The only saving grace about that right now is that in some ways, we always have been murdered, by them. Genocide girl. But in a certain type of way, this is their fight. Charlottesville was what it is. Like, if you really want to change it, y'all going to have to stand up. That's what's going to have to happen. Because they don't have a problem mowing us down, Black Wall Street. They don't have a problem mowing us down. Straight dropping bombs on us, if they so choose. So, hanging, you can go to different centuries and see all the different housing, and see all the different ways we get. And it's arranged so that it appears to be an affirmative action type favor, like they're doing us a favor. Like Mr.'s job, trying to make it seem like if you come in early and work late, like you have been the past 15 years, except for the last 2 weeks that you decided you want to go home to your wife on time. But you see, if you work late now, we'll give you overtime, so to speak. So now that other guys are working late, there's an overtime rate presented. Because there wasn't an overtime rate presented when Mr. Tough Love when Mr. Tough Love was working every night, hours beyond where there was no overtime. But now that these privileged people have to work late, there's overtime initiated. I want to fuck them up. And this is how I know to be glad that I wasn't alive when the Donald Trumps of the 60s and 70s were running rampant. I'm glad I wasn't grown. But yeah, you gotta know who you can trust. Because a lot of the people that society goes to and admires for different things, I just, and you gotta pay. I know we have guilty pleasures, and I told this beautiful lady, I don't even know what she looked like, because she got that ugly fox picture on her avatar, but bitch, she's beautiful, and I know she is, because she was able to find love in a comment. Sometimes I say things, and I know before I say it that only certain people are going to see the love in it. The thing is, I don't give a fuck, because the people who see the love in it are going to be the people who I'm going to be drawn, I'm going to focus on. But in saying it, I know for the most part, it's going to be somebody to come for me. They're going to regret it, but they're going to come for me. So, yeah, I was telling this beautiful lady, because she was saying, acknowledge some things, and then she was acknowledging, and then she said that reality TV was one of her guilty pleasures, even though they make a mockery of themselves. And that's true for, I know a lot of wise women that I love very much who fall in the same boat. So I told her, I was like, if you've grown enough to know your pleasures, don't feel guilt about them. But on the other hand, between me and y'all, I just get concerned for people, because now I see her as a lady, a beautiful sister, and now I feel once I do spot someone that's a good human being, I get protective of their spirit. I mean, and until I know and love them for real in real life, I don't do anything about it. But if it's someone that I so far see as a grown, good human being, basically good, it ain't hard to fit in it. It ain't hard to qualify. You just gotta be a good human. Be a good human. then I just get protective of his spirit because I know they're likely going to have human compassion because those are loving people. I know they're going to have a certain amount of compassion that other motherfuckers will take advantage of, and I just don't want it. I don't want y'all to get them. Don't get the babies. Don't get them. Because they have a job to do in this world to counter all the bullshit. Yeah, you got to pay attention. Because sometimes I'll meet women just like that. And I got to admit, I slow down when I see somebody that I was like, oh, I thought, you know, them people, I think you got some common sense. And then you see them taking, like, relationship advice from somebody like Tyrese. I just saw some shit about today about Tyrese. And I was like, oh, who am I following that's posting Tyrese shit? You got to go, bitch. And I went to see who it was. Ugh, broke my heart. But she got to go. Tyrese. So, my understanding is that he done posted some random picture of him coming out of hospital from the headline say, mysterious 3-hour surgery. I bet y'all this is some bullshit. And then he used his daughter to be hugging on him in the hospital picture. I'm going to leave the child out of this because I feel bad enough for her. But you bitches are really taking relationship advice from Tyrese Gibson? That's who your relationships coach is? But I can't say that. But that's how I feel when I find out that's who you taking relationship. Tyrese! And don't laugh, bitch, because you was taking it from Steve Harvey. And you know what I was saying about you when you was taking relationship advice from Steve Harvey? Steve Harvey? We out here listening to Webby in these streets. What's his name? Kodak and shit. And if you ain't, your daughter is. Or how about you and your daughter? Okra? But for the record, Steve Harvey and Okra are better than some other people. So then again, I have to pull back and I'm like, if these people are better than the last people they was listening to, then I guess baby steps, right? But it's just so tragic to me. Then I also know sometimes people do it to keep opportunities open. But don't neglect, bitch, that the concept of doing something like that makes you an opportunist. And we all are on some level. But if you know damn well somebody is on some bullshit, but you're going to tolerate the bullshit because you get something out of the deal. Like when I see Oprah and she presents something to me like it makes sense, and I know damn well it don't make sense to me, I'm not going to oppose it. I'm going to because one day she might be able to give me my own show. You signed up for it, is what I'm saying. If I do a Tyler Perry or Lee Daniels movie with the hopes of it making me famous. But during the making of that movie, Tyler and Lee are on some grimy moral shit. No, it's a bad example. It's a bad example. I can't use that. Because there are some ways and some people I might sell out for, too. See? We all will. We all will. The difference is, I like this as an example since it's ridiculous. Let's say Lee and Tyler are making a movie. And I get on this set, and Lee and Tyler are homophobic. They so homophobic that the gay people in the cast, they really, really treat grimy, right? I don't have nothing to do with that, so in a way, that's selling out. But if Tyler and Lee were to catch me at craft services, and they sitting up there bad-mouthing all the gay cast, I'm not going to sit and nod in agreement like it's okay. That's where I draw the line. You know, it's your movie, it's your set. If you want to disrespect them, I don't agree with it. I'm not going to say that I agree with it, okay? I don't agree with it. But it's for you to do. And not for me to intervene if they signed up the contract to be in it, because I don't know what their motives were. So that's fine. But you're not going to sit with me at craft services and sit and tell me about all the grimy shit you're doing to these gay people just because they're gay, and then say to me, don't you agree? Wouldn't you do the same thing? Because I'm going to say no, Tyler and Lee, because who they sleep with doesn't affect me. Tyler and Lee, I want them to know that I recognize their homophobia. It don't bother me none. But you're not finna sit at the table with me and make me become homophobic with you, though. Bitch made ass nigga. Again, I'm not gonna risk my life or my profession to step in and intervene. Maybe they don't get as nice as a trailer as we get. Because you gotta feel some kind, but they know this. They know that you're working for this, Lee and Tyler, they homophobic. You ain't gonna get, if you gay, you're not gonna get the best trailer. Again, I know the scenario is ridiculous. That's why I used it. Because I don't want y'all making any assumptions about any people in Hollywood or out. So I thought I would go with this scenario. Just roll with it. Yeah, so I'm not gonna sell that far out. And I have to say that because If I go somewhere with someone that I don't that I wouldn't mesh well with personally, they don't have nothing to do with the work that we intend to produce together. It has nothing to do with it. I would work with R. Kelly if he wanted to work with me, understanding that I'm not a condoner of rape, statutory or otherwise. Then that would be fine. But ain't gonna be no kikis and casual exchanges because everybody around is gonna know, oh, she don't fuck with him like that. They just here to make $1 together. But she don't fuck with him like that. It ain't gonna be no interviews outside about, oh, this collaboration that you're doing with R. Kelly and you two, we agree on the business of this. Like, we don't hang out. We're not friends. We're specifically not friends. Like, we don't like each other. I don't know why he don't like me. I don't like him because he's a statutory rapist. All he could say is I'm a bitch. I'm a bitch and a half. That wouldn't be news. But nor with the fact that he's a statutory rapist, right? Because and that's another thing. Like, people are not going to get me to sit and ooh and ah about what he's doing right now. Y'all enable him to do that since he stepped foot in the industry. When he first was new as a famous artist, there were Aaliyah rumors. That didn't matter. Everything he's done to show you, he was in an interview and said something and was asked about underage girls. This motherfucker literally said,
"Do you like teenage girls?" When you say teenage, how are we talking? Girls who are teenagers, 19 and younger.
And he has no reason to think that he's doing anything wrong. You made it okay, America. And in this specific case, Black America. Because the privilege system set the stage, and he took center of it. And you sat out in the audience in droves and applauded it. And now you want to say, ooh, R. Kelly has a cult of girls living with him. Didn't you have an R. Kelly song played at your wedding? Didn't I see you break it down to Ignition last weekend? Didn't you tell me you learned how to step from watching the video to step in the name of love? Which was, by the way, your first mistake into learning the wrong way to step. But there is no wrong way to dance. If you're dancing and having fun, bitch, you're dancing. And that's how I feel about it. I just don't like when a dude act like he's like the best in the world. Like, you gonna be thankful to even be able to dance with him. And you get out there and he's all over the place. Nigga, your ego asked me to dance before you did. And you out here doing this fuckery ass shit. The fuck out of here. I'm a savage in the stepping scene. I'm a savage. But not the kind of savage you think. Not the kind of savage that people think, oh, she can dance. Yeah, I can dance, but I don't fuck with people that take it so seriously. I can't even stand people like don't come to me with that. It's not just a dance, it's a lifestyle. That's some of these little cliques and groups. That's their actual like mission statement for stepping the stepping community. It's not just a dance, it's a lifestyle. Bitch, it's a dance. Like, who says salsa is not just a dance, it's a lifestyle? Ballroom's not just, the waltz is not just a dance, it's a lifestyle. Square dancing's not just a dance, it's a lifestyle. And be fighting serious, like fist fighting serious about it. You elderly age ass children. Boy, girl, bye. Okay, this was not supposed to be a steppers bashing session. I don't know what just happened. I don't know what just happened. What just went down? I don't know. I know what just happened. And you know what just happened. I knew my eyes were getting heavy. But I thought I was just looking downward into the camera. Whenever I realize I dosed too much, I should make meatloaf again. I did a really good job of that last time. But if I make meatloaf, I would have to go start making it right now. I could do Alfredo. I think I want breakfast for dinner. I wonder if Mister would be down with that. I kind of really want to make him something special after the conversation he had at work today. I'm so glad he can call me and just get that off of his chest, though. Shout out to you brothers out there that don't have anyone to bounce that off of. Shout out to you black men out there that don't have anyone to bounce that off of. We out here and we love you. Assuming that you're genuinely working toward doing the right thing in general. But if you're that dude and the only missing link is that you don't have someone to bounce that heavy shit off of, then man. I'm sending you some love for real. Black woman love. It must be so heavy. That's the catch about picking a good man, picking an actual man, because all real men should be good men. But that's the thing, when you choose a good man, when y'all do get into it or have a problem, girl, most of the time it's gonna be your fault for real. You know, and people don't want to act like it ain't never the female's fault. You know, and the female can't admit that shit is her fault. But man, most of the time when we have it's my fault. And that's why all my sisters be caping for him too. They be like, what you do? Because they know he didn't do nothing. What did you do, girl? You better leave my brother alone. You better leave him alone. My sisters be caping for Mr. And deservedly so. Deservedly so. It don't happen often, but sometimes he overreacts to stuff. You know, in my own defense, he overreacts to some stuff, but it's founded in love every time. And so, yeah, girl, he deserves the best. And if I carry myself like that in order to attract him, then I need to follow suit and be that bitch. Be her. You can see a little bit of my fat going away. I'm down 12 pounds. I expected to be down 15 by now, but just ate this fish that I wasn't hungry for, but I thought I would be. And so I felt like it was a hindrance. Because I had got my, you know, my munchies all got my munchies was getting me together. And so it was about to go down, and then when I heard about how they was treating my bag, they respect them though. They have to. Hence this new invite for raises, for people to get raises for work that he's been doing for his whole entire career. Yeah, we love you, man. We love you, brothers. And all I could do is send you the energy from here, because I could barely make it out my front door into real life to deal with these motherfuckers. So, but I'm going to have to just infuse my love to you through these virtual waves. And I love you. I love you so much. I love you. We need y'all in the forefront right now, though. I know it's a struggle. We all have one, if not multiple. But you can do this. You were built for this. Now, I always say just because somebody's strong enough to be a burden doesn't mean that they should have to. But having said that, you're built for this. Oh, what? Well, since I was talking about Hollywood and who y'all be trusting to lead you in life and shit and professionalism. Since we talking about who to trust in Hollywood and stuff, why don't I just talk about it? Mr. knows this about me, but for the most part, and stereotypes and stuff. But for the most part, I don't trust people with teeth too white. If your teeth are too white, I don't trust you. Can't trust them. And there's a certain eye, a manic eye, that I don't trust. But yeah, if your teeth are too white, I don't trust you. Nope. You know what else? Oh man, y'all not gonna appreciate this at all. I don't trust you if you had like Dashian-esque cosmetic adjustments. I don't trust you. If you had a Brazilian, I don't trust you. If you had a boob job, I don't trust you. If you had an ass plan, I don't trust you. If you had your waist or ribs waistline jacked, I don't trust you. Do I trust tummy tucks? Because I might trust tummy tucks. I might trust tummy tucks and lipo. But for the most part, I don't. But there are some exceptions to those. So I'm not going to include those. Excuse me. Those other ones I mentioned are like 99%. Rhinoplasty. So there's some small ones outside of the tummy tuck and the lipo. I think those are the only two. Because if you had Botox, I don't trust. If you regularly have Botox, I don't trust you. If you've been getting Botox for more than 2 years, we're gonna put a time limit on the Botox. Cause maybe you just finding yourself and you just trying to fit in at first. But I ain't gonna give you but a couple of years in that life to realize that there's some phony bitches over here. And to take a look in the mirror and get real with yourself and be okay with love exactly who the fuck you are. You know? So that to open the door for others to know that you are valuable. You're worth the love. You know? But I did too much. But anyway, yeah, so for Botox, we're gonna say If you've been getting Botox more than 2 years, I don't trust you. Oh man, I'm nice. It's all good right now. This would be the dosage I would use on a weekend where I don't have to work or do anything I don't want to do. And I would still be I could still be productive too. Like if I wanted to, I could get up and handle a few things. I just don't want to. I don't feel like it. But I could get it done without a bother. In fact, I need to get up in a second. Maybe macros. My macros been coming out good. Yeah, maybe I'll make macro. Oh fuck, I should have soaked some black-eyed peas last night. Why do we always wait till New Year's to have black-eyed peas? Shout out to my country folk and superstitious and country folks. But why do we do that? And they are so delicious. Like, we should be eating black-eyed peas more regularly. What's the problem? What's the problem? That's what I'm going to bring to the culinary world. I'm going to reintroduce the world to black-eyed peas as a regular side dish. It's going to be my claim to fame. I don't know what my claim to fame is going to be, but it's going to be the oddest shit ever. And the oddest combination of shits ever at that. And that's another thing. When I'm dosed heavily, when I'm heavily meditated, my eyes specifically don't want to work anymore. I all but go blind. In terms of text on anything, reading anything. Because my eyes are like if I want to look at something right now, even this is too bright too. Oh yeah, see, it doesn't matter. I turn the brightness down, but I can't see it. I can't see it anyway. I have to have glasses. I have to have readers, and that's a struggle. But when I'm heavily meditated, I'm not gonna be able to read anything. I'm not gonna. There's not gonna be. I wonder if I used to use it. If when I was younger, if I used to use it, if that would have been like that. Because I was a heavy reader. I would take out 3 books a week. You wouldn't know it today, and I can't even prove it, cause I can't even read. I can't remember half the shit I read. But anyway, I was that geek. I was that nerd, but I wasn't. I was a valedictorian, but I wasn't but I was also, okay, let's just say it. Let's put it out there, a star athlete. So, it was just, and a preacher's kid. It was some of everything, but I realized that as well as anybody, and I don't experience loneliness like that because I'm an indigo. Let's keep that in mind before I say this. So don't be having no pity party for me, because bitch, this wasn't me. I was good with my me time. Some celebrities can be the biggest name celebrity you can think of. The Beyoncés, the Adeles, whoever y'all got out there that's seemingly untouchable now. I don't know who. Do y'all still love Rihanna? I don't know. Because I gave up on the people y'all admire like a year and a half ago, so I don't know who's hot now. But, okay, I'll say Rihanna. These are people who are so famous. Whitney Houston, Phyllis Hyman. Don't think I don't realize that many times some of the people with the most people around them are the loneliest. I think in this day and age of technology, regular people are learning that more than ever. What's all that nonsense going on? So very often people with the most people around them are very likely some of the loneliest. I understand that, but I'm just saying, what was I saying? I don't know, but I don't trust people with bright white teeth. You can't be trusted, girl. Oh yeah, up to 2 years of Botox you can be trusted. After that, done. Done, son. I don't trust you no more. You had that Botox, and let me know you officially one of them. You fall into that category. You'll do anything. You throw your mama under the bus for the attention, girl. Another added benefit of meditation. Gives you cotton mouth. Makes you drink more water. What sermon have I been preaching now for a couple of years? Hydration. Hallelujah. My body is thanking me. Y'all please send me energies of motivation to drink more water. I still need to take heed of that sermon my own self. I keep talking shit and saying, ain't no reason in the world Mr. ought to come home and find me of a stroke or a heart attack or something just because I didn't drink enough water. Because you know that can cause all kinds of other stuff that people write off as other stuff. But it could have all been healed with hydration and proper nutrients. I forgot about her. Well, obviously I didn't if she's in my playlist, but I forgot that she dressed like a Phyllis Hyman wannabe. That style. That whole Queen Latifah, UNITY, sharp, broad-shouldered. I'm gonna act right, y'all. Okay, let me start this. Let me also see if Mister's on the way. Oh, shit. What I better do is, told y'all, my eyes are like, bitch, you just told them that you knew we was off the clock. And then you gonna look at something. That's what my eyeballs just said. You see the side eye? That's from, because my eyeballs know that I can see them in the screen, and they giving me the side eye, because I know better. Okay. And I'm going to be a good wife. I just needed to calm down. And I'm going to encourage him to, I know he doesn't mind staying late. And I'm going to encourage him to do it. But I need him to know that I'm angry about the way that they're choosing to deal with him. Even though we both know there's nothing we can do about it. Because this is our world. We were born into this. And these are the beatitudes that we have to accommodate along the way. Oh! Gotta go.